Show you that you can still game on a budget very easily. So here's a $160 gaming PC I built. Now, let me just explain this. For the computer, it's a Omniplex 7060, okay? It's a pretty good computer. It's not crazy old. It has an i7 8700. I would love for if you to buy one of these, look for like a 9400F to a i7 8700, because both are good enough to do a lot. But more likely just look for an i7 in one of these if you can, because it's actually not too hard to find. They normally come with 8 gigs of RAM, but that's easily upgradable for like 60 bucks on eBay, which I'm going to show you later on. But I got a 1050 Ti that takes power from the motherboard, and it has a 260 watt, power supply. Sadly, there's no connectors for a graphics card, but I'm going to show you in a couple days how far you can take this thing and how you can make it work. Because let me tell you, there is a way to make it work. Now, it's playing games, like if you can't see, it's running almost 300 FPS average. And when you're moving and playing, it's more like 230 or 240. But then when you're in real matches, it's around 120 to 144, which is not bad. When you set the 120, it feels perfectly smooth. But if I upgrade the graphics card, I can make it run way higher, probably up to 240 at some points. But let me show you something else. So I built this for 165, and the thing is, later on, I'm going to show you what $250 to $300 budget could do, because I spent 165, and honestly, I could have went better on the graphics card if it wasn't for not having a connector, because I could have went with RX 580, but I'm going to show you what happens when you go with a better graphics card and you buy a power supply with a 24 pin to 6 pin connector, which will allow you to plug it right there and it'll power the motherboard, and you can use a normal power supply. And actually, I think this case could squeeze one if you were to drill little holes here, but I'm probably just gonna set it beside the case, because if you're trying to get the best gaming performance on a budget, then I don't think you would care too much about setting a power supply right off to the side of your case to power the whole thing. But even if you do care, I might try to do one where I actually put it in here. But I'm gonna attach a 750 watt power supply, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna add 16 gigs of RAM, and we're gonna throw a better graphics card in there and show you what performance you can get for around $250 to $300. And I also want to say, has a 256 gig SSD, which that's my home one that had stuff on it from years ago, and I was like, oh, that has games download partially on it, so let me do the updates and get a game going. And also, it had a 512 gig storage piece. That was the actual storage that came with it, but the thing is, I took that out because I wanted to use that. And then also, I was going to upgrade that to even more, maybe. But it honestly was not a slow speed. It was pretty fast speed. It was a Samsung Pro something. It was pretty damn good. But you can see it, like, it looks pretty buttery smooth. This is on a 180 hertz 1080p monitor, by the way. And it's running super clean, but like in like creative mode, you can set this to 240. Hit apply. And look at my FPS. Even when swaying my screen around, I'm running 240. And by the way, this is with a 1050 Ti graphics card. If we do the farther upgrades and put a better graphics card in there, my FPS should stay around 240 even when hardcore gameplay is happening. And they even say if you upgrade to a good enough graphics card, like something as high as a 3060, 2060, or even 4060, 5060, anything like that. Even an RX 580 can sometimes get around 200 plus average in real games. But I think if I upgrade to like a 4060 or something and show you the performance there, it would probably run around 240, which I have a home one I'm going to test that with. But I'm also going to show you what like a 1066 gig, which is around 40 to 50% better than that easily, and show you just how good it can do in real matches. But stay tuned, I'm going to show you how good it can run for those budgets. But I just wanted to show you this is how good it can get for around $160. And stay tuned for the rest when I make this thing run way more powerful for really cheap, because I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to be at home soon working on that video. So see y'all later.